Hey guys, it's me, your friend, Miss Spicy X, and you are back on the Spicy X channel. And today I just wanted to say thank you guys for helping me reach my other milestone. You guys are amazing, and because I've reached 5,000, I will be doing a phone number reveal. Now, before I do a phone number reveal, I actually won't do it right now. I'm going to be doing it in the middle of the video, so stick around. I was going to do a True Story Tuesday, and I was going to tell a true story, another true story, but I feel like I would be getting judged on that one for because I was going to talk about an ex that I had. Because I remember mentioning that there was a Jollibee video that I really related to, and I was gonna talk about somebody, and I feel like I don't know, I feel like I was gonna get judged for that one, so I decided against it, and I'm like, nope, I'm not gonna talk about that. And plus, I don't want any of my exes to have a spot on my platform, you know, at all. So this isn't their channel, this is my channel, and I don't want to sound like I haven't let go of the past when I have. I've moved forward. With that said, guys, I'm going to be answering some deep personal questions again, but this is off of a website because I know that my Twitter following and my Instagram following is not that huge. But in the middle of answering all these questions, I'm going to put my phone number. So let's get right to it, starting with the first question. What is one thing you would like to change about yourself? I think I've already said that I would like to change the fact that of what I'm scared of. I'm scared of the ocean. I wish that I could change that about myself. I wish I could not be scared of the ocean. Are you religious or spiritual? Religious, no, because if you're religious, religion ends up turning into legalism. Legalism ends up destroying things. So no. Spiritual, yes. But not to the point where it becomes a cult. No. There's only so far you can go with both, is what I think. Do you consider yourself an introvert or an extrovert? I would say I am in the middle, in between. I'm more to myself. I'm actually shy in real life. Extrovert whenever, like, I already know you. Like, if I know you personally and I've spent, like, days with you, like a coworker, you know, you sit next to me and we're next to each other all the time, I'm gonna be loud. I'm gonna tell you how I feel all the time, and you just won't hear me be quiet. What was the best phase in your life? Are you meaning best time of my life? Or my college years, minus all the rules? There were just too many of them in the college that I went to, but I loved it. I loved living in a dorm. I loved having roommates. I loved getting to know all 13 ladies that I've lived with, and, you know, different personalities, and just learning how to, you know, just live with them. So there's nothing I haven't seen, nothing I haven't heard. I've seen it all. I've heard it all. So I feel like 13 is a really big number. I've lived with 13 other girls. Well, not at the same time, but throughout the years, and it's a long story. I'm not crazy. I promise you. It's just every time I would find a new roommate, she would either already be a senior, she'd be getting married already, and, you know, once you're married, of course you want to move in with your husband, or she majored in a specific major that I can't say, just to protect them. But they're called intercultural studies, meaning that they would have to do their studies overseas. If you know what I mean, if you've ever been to a religious college before, you know exactly what that is and why I can't say the actual name of the field that they studied in. But because of that, it caused them to have to leave and do their studies overseas. I would get attached to those people who would major in that specifically. The ones who were the intercultural study majors that lived with me, I always ended up getting attached to them, and I ended up missing them a lot. I would literally cry and be like, I'm gonna miss you. You were everything. Seriously, I would cry. Um, what was your worst phase in your life? When I was a teen, I would say, because I felt like I had more problems. I feel like my life was harder for some reason. I feel like I dealt with a lot. I've put up with a ton of mess whenever I was a teen. I feel like that was the hardest. I was stuck and there was no getting out. I had no authority over anything. I didn't like being a teenager. I hated it. I hated my childhood. I hated my teen years. I hated them all. Um, I mean, there was some good times, some good in it, you know, but it wasn't my favorite. What makes you feel accomplished? I bought this house that I'm sitting in right now. That was a huge accomplishment for me. And whenever I ended up getting my bachelor's degree, I earned my bachelor's degree in college. That was a huge accomplishment. Those two things make me feel accomplished. Is what you are doing now what you've always wanted to do growing up? Being in front of a camera and doing YouTube? YouTube didn't exist in the 90s. So, and whenever I was a little kid, I wanted to be a professional athlete. But if you only knew how exactly tall I was, that didn't really work out in my favor. So no, I guess not. I wanted to be a professional athlete. I wanted to play basketball. But no, I look at it now that I'm an adult. Women's basketball, nobody really likes, like, there's not very many fans for it. You know, people only watch men's basketball. And that wouldn't have been fair. I'm glad I didn't go down that route. And plus, I'm too short anyways. So I think I still would have been, if I would have gone with it, I think I could have had the good potential of being a good basketball player if I would have trained well, even though I am short. Because I've seen some girls, they're my height. Those girls can pass, they can jump, they can shoot. Maybe not do a... Maybe they can't hang from the rim, you know. But I know some that... There was a girl, she was my size, everything. She had more muscle than me. I mean, I used to have lots of muscle whenever I was in college because I worked out a lot. But now I slimmed down just a little bit. She can do anything. Like, she was bad, like awesome. What is a relationship deal breaker for me? I don't like, what's a huge one, and this is a huge one, this is what's caused me not to be in many relationships, is I can't stand drinking, I can't stand smoking. So anybody who chooses to do either or does both, it's just a huge deal breaker for me. Those are the two things I don't like. And also, if you're one of the three people that I can't stand, people who are selfish, people who play the victim, or people who are just flat out rude, or you drink or you smoke, then that's a huge deal breaker. That's the only thing I ask, is that if you want to be in a relationship with me, you don't do those things. But here where I live right now currently, it's like you can't have that. He's always got that one thing, one of those things he has. It's like one of those 5 things that I can't take. He has. He's either amazing, but he smokes. I hate that smell. He's either amazing or he drinks. I can't stand it. He doesn't drink, he doesn't smoke, but he's one of the 3. And I can't stand it. It's all the time. So yeah, the guys here, I mean, I'm sorry to say, where I live, the guys here, they suck. Are you more into looks or brains? Both are very important, but brains are more important. I would rather have brains any day, because you need somebody who's smart. Looks are gonna fade, they're gonna be gone. So brains all the way, if I had to choose. Would you ever take someone back who cheated? Never. Forgive? Yes. Take back? Never. I've had that happen to me before, and I know he was cheating on me. And I broke up with him, and I knew he was cheating on me. He was flirting with other girls and text messaging them behind my back. And he just was very disrespectful. I remember that. Would I ever take the guy like that would I ever take a guy like that back? Never, ever, ever, but I do forgive him for doing that. Who is the one person you could talk to about just anything? My younger sister. I can tell her anything and I know she won't judge me for it. Have you ever lost someone close to you? I feel like I have. I had a very good friend, best friend. Oh, I can't believe I'm telling you this, but I'm gonna go ahead and tell it. It's pretty juicy. I had a best friend who was amazing. She was a pianist. We graduated. We went to the same school, college together. Both music majors. You know, majored in guitar. She did piano. And ever since this whole political stuff happened with the Black Lives Matter, with everything, we just reached a disagreement on immigration because, like I said, I am second generation Mexican, and some rude things were said by her mother. I forgive. Like I said, I forgive. But I attempted to reach out and I've heard nothing. It was just really bad. Because I'm all for Black Lives Matter. I really do feel like they're oppressed. They really are going through some pretty bad stuff. And I'm all about equality. I hate when people say, well, all lives matter. Who? And that's what it makes me angry when people do that. Like get out of here, Karen. And then I hate it when they're disrespectful and they see protesters and they're coughing on people like, ah, I have a virus. I hate that. Respect what people, respect people's beliefs, respect people's movements, just respect people. Did you ever write a journal? Yes, I have written in it. I do have a journal. I still currently do. And I keep that for personal use, to remember things. Not remember hateful things, but to also remember just to see, I don't like, oh my gosh, I can't believe so-and-so did me wrong on this day at this time, 2 p.m., so-and-so messaged me. No. I will write down like dreams that I've had that have came true. That's what I'll use a journal for, or, I'll write it down. It won't make sense. But then as time goes on, I don't know if y'all believe in it, things that are prophetic. And then, like, it all makes sense. And I'm like, wow, I would want to tell a story about one that did come true. Do you believe in second chances? Of course. Second chances for sure. Depending on what it's for. Like I said, second chance for somebody who's cheated on you? Never. Second chance for making it up to you because somebody let you down? Of course. Like, you may have let me down today, but I will give you the benefit of a doubt that tomorrow you'll make it up to me. If you say you will. I'm gonna give you that chance. What did your past relationship teach you? Like, love yourself enough not to go back to something that was bad for you. That's what I've learned. What are your thoughts of online dating or Tinder? That can get you in a mess. Use it responsibly, and just be careful is all I gotta say. So anyways, those were all the deep questions that I wanted to answer today. I'm going to be cutting this video a little short because there were so many on there. There were good ones. Wow. So many good ones. I wanted to keep going and going, and I decided, like I said, I decided to do a Q&A because I wanted to do a True Story Tuesday. True Story Tuesday didn't pan out very well because I felt like, I don't know, I just don't want to give somebody, I don't want to tell stories. Like, I would like to tell juicy stories, but I don't want it to be like to the point where I sound like I'm bitter towards somebody. Because I've been judged in that way before, and I hate being judged that way. And that's the last thing I want, is to sound like I'm bitter and unforgiving. When I am, I'm very forgiving. And I tend to take people back all the time, which that's kind of a downfall of mine, is I always have faith in humanity. And no, I'm not going to tell that story. Let's not tell that story. Unless, you know, I feel like it's a good time to say it. But I just wanted to answer those questions, and in the middle of that all, you get to see my phone number. And with that said, guys, I hope that you all have a good day. If not, I hope it gets better. And don't forget to eat something spicy because your mom told you to. Have a nice day.